So here's an entertaining short story about a husband who handles things like a boss. Upon finding out that his wife has been hooking up with her CrossFit trainer. And his wife is obviously so confident in getting away with everything that she actually was foolish enough and careless enough to actually send this guy proof of it. And he goes scorched earth. And now he's actually wondering, holy crap, did I actually go too far here? Well, the answer is obviously no. Titled, Am I the a-hole for divorcing my wife after she accidentally sent me affair photos meant for her trainer, then blamed my work schedule? And oh yeah, guys, be sure to come check me out, my men's community over on Locals and Patreon. A lot of guys are signing up and we're having a good time over there. You can become a free member and check it all out, see what it's all about, or become a paying supporter and have access to all the really good stuff, all the commercial-free videos that I put up there, as well as exclusive content that you will never see here on YouTube. And, of course, get to talk, chat with me and the other guys, and we're all having a good time. And I'll post a link at the top of the comment section and description. So it starts off, says here, my phone buzzed during my morning coffee, and I saw a notification from my wife with 3 photos attached. Except the message preview said, can't wait to feel you inside me again. And I knew immediately those pictures were not meant for me. Yeah, no way in his entire marriage or courtship of her did she probably ever say anything like that. That's only for her chatter Tyrone lover. Well, I opened the pictures anyway, and there she was in lingerie. Lingerie I never saw before. Poses I definitely didn't recognize from our bedroom, but with a look on her face I had not seen in months. The timestamp was 7:43 this morning, and she was at her quote-unquote early yoga class. Yoga, huh? Different type of yoga. Well, I screenshotted the pictures and forwarded to my email. Then I just sat there staring at my scrambled eggs. This poor guy, but at least, hey, he's got evidence. She came home about an hour later in her yoga pants, hair actually wet this time, and kissed my cheek like nothing happened. I waited until she poured her protein shake. I said to her, nice photos. Her face went white. She grabbed for my phone, but I pulled it away. She says, those are old, from like our anniversary. I was just... And he says, their timestamps 40 minutes ago, and you never owned red lingerie. Well, she probably did. He just never got to see it. Well, she then switched tactics so fast I actually felt dizzying watching it. She says, oh my God, you're going through my phone now? You're checking my messages? This is exactly why we have problems. You don't trust me. I bet his head was spinning. It is amazing how they can, boom, switch tactics like that and make the guy the villain. But like, lady, you sent me the pictures. He says, you sent me them by accident. She stopped, blinked, and her eyes got mean in a way I'd never seen before. So her eyes got all big, the crazy eyes. So what, she says, so I have someone who actually appreciates me, someone who doesn't work 60 hours a week and falls asleep during SEX. Ooh, ouch. He probably works 60 hours a week to help provide a nice lifestyle for her, and this is how she shows her thanks. The last part stung a bit because it was true one time. Like 3 months ago when I had a big project, I'd apologize and we talked about it. Well, some women will lose their mind if a guy can't get it up or keep it hard and falling asleep. That definitely would communicate to her, yeah, you're pretty boring. So yeah, she's pissed. I'm not saying I blame her, but oh yeah, she's pissed. I said, who is he? And she says, none of your business. Really? This is your husband, none of your business? I laughed. I actually laughed out loud, saying, you just admitted cheating and you think you get privacy about it? She grabbed her purse, saying, I'm going to my mom's. When you're ready to have an adult conversation about our marriage, call me. She openly admits to cheating, all the evidence, and he's the villain here. She left, and I called a lawyer instead. There you go. Don't waste any time. Here's the thing that nobody tells you about divorce. It moves slow until it does not. I actually had the papers drawn up by Wednesday, moved my stuff to my brother's place on Friday, and she sent me about 40 texts that week, ranging from, we can work through this, to you're throwing away 6 years over nothing, to he meant nothing, it was just physical. This is dead on. You know how many stories I've covered, guys? Probably thousands that went just like this. A bazillion texts and emails and phone calls and voicemails, all ranging from begging and pleading to insulting him every time. Well, I didn't respond to any of them. They're very smart. Her affair partner turned out to be her CrossFit trainer. 24 years old, lived in his mom's basement, had a girlfriend. I know because his girlfriend called me 2 weeks later after finding my wife's number in his phone. We had a very educational conversation, and she dumped him immediately. Well, good for her. And I would most certainly go to that gym and have him fired at the very least for, Well, my wife started love bombing me after that. Of course, because her obviously the fun is gone, and she's realizing, I have to actually provide for myself now. She'd send flowers to my office. Flowers to his office, really? That's going to encourage a guy more to get rid of her. At least send him a six-pack if you're trying to get him back. Long emails about how she made a mistake and wasn't thinking clearly, and we could go to counseling. She shut up my brother's house twice before I told her I'd be filing a restraining order if she didn't stop. The thing that really got her was when I started dating once again. I can imagine. But frankly, he should wait until the divorce is done and the ink on the divorce papers is dry before actually doing that. Nothing serious, just a few coffee dates through an app I was on. Someone saw us and told her, because I got a voice message of her absolutely losing her mind, screaming how I didn't love her and had already replaced her, how I was the one who gave up on us. Really? He replaced her? He was giving up on us? Wasn't she the one who was replacing him with Captain CrossFit Trainer and giving up on him? But I guess it doesn't count when it's her. I saved that message to my lawyer, loved it. We're supposed to sign the final papers next month. She's been texting me again asking how we can have a talk one last time and get closure. She sent me a whole paragraph yesterday about how the affair only happened because I emotionally abandoned her, and if I just paid more attention, none of this would have happened. Sure, honey. We haven't heard that excuse 16,000 times before. Her getting closure. What closure do you want? But what she wants to do is go on full Tusken Raider waterworks on him, hoping she can manipulate him and change his mind. It's not going to work. Well, I blocked her phone number after that. I don't know why I didn't block her number immediately. Well, her mom called me this morning, said my wife's been a mess, barely eating, crying all the time, said I should remember that marriage is about forgiveness and that everybody makes mistakes. Really? Her mother here? I think this guy would be having a conversation with her father. Probably the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree, and mom's a big cheater too. I asked if she felt that way if her husband sent sausage pictures to his girlfriend by accident, and she hung up the phone on me. See? The CrossFit trainer lost his job after his gym found out he was sleeping with married clients. My wife moved back in with her parents. I'm closing on a condo next week, got a promotion at work, and I've actually been sleeping better than I have in years. That's wonderful, man. And there ain't no way that this was not her first rodeo. I'm sure there were things going on, which is probably why he's been sleeping. But her family keeps saying that I'm being cruel, that I should at least hear her out, that she's clearly sorry and going through something. Am I the a-hole for not giving her another chance when she's obviously struggling? Smack! Dude, don't be a bonehead. Of course you're not the a-hole here. Clearly struggling. Good. Let her struggle. This is what she deserves. And here's the thing. I mean, not that he wouldn't get rid of her anyway, but the fact that how she treated him after finding out about this and blaming it all on him, there is no way in hell this guy would ever give her another chance. The only type of guy that would give someone like this another chance is a guy with zero self-respect. And clearly that is not the situation here. It's just too bad this guy wasted so many years of his life with her, but, it goes to show you can always move on. Now, a couple comments before I wrap this up, and this is short, but the comment section agrees. One guy says here, not the a-hole. Both your wife and the trainer got what they deserve for cheating. There's no excuse. If you're not happy, talk to your partner, go to counseling, or get divorced, but never cheat. Right. Just end it. Anybody claiming that your wife made a mistake is full of crap. She deliberately decided to cheat and smash your trust in her. There is never a valid reason to trust her enough to stay together. Right. Even if he did forgive her, he's never going to trust her again. And by him going back, him taking her back, that would make her lose even more respect for him, and she'd be right back to doing it. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And last one says, yep, remember, it's all your fault. She blamed you for everything. Never took accountability for anything. She cheated, and it's your fault. Yep, that sums it all up. So there you go, guys.